What's up, shooters? Welcome back to the bench. If you're feeling the pull to get into the firearms world, but you're getting slammed with jargon, price tags, and just plain fear, listen up. This one's for you. The biggest mistake new shooters make is buying the flashiest, biggest caliber they see on social media, only to discover it recoils like a mule and costs a small fortune to feed. They lose their confidence before they even build their foundation. That's a total bummer, man, and it's completely unnecessary. We're not talking about advanced tactical kit or collector's pieces today. We're talking about the blueprint. We're breaking down 8 essential platforms, a mix of real ammo and high-fidelity trainers that prioritize low recoil, intuitive operation, safety, and dirt-cheap practice. These are the tools that build muscle memory, teach trigger control, and won't break your bank in the process.
If you follow this list, you'll be stacking fundamental skills deep by the time 2026 hits. Let's dial it in.
Umarex Glock 17 Gen 4. Look, I know what the purists are thinking. Why are you starting with a gas blowback replica? Simple. Because proficiency is built through repetition, and repetition costs dollars. The Umarex Glock 17 Gen 4 isn't a toy. It's a high-fidelity simulator. It replicates the exact 1-to-1 dimensions of its centerfire big brother, meaning it fits in all the same Kydex holsters and takes the same tactical lights you'll use on your real carry gun. For a new shooter, the value here is massive. We're talking about safely practicing your draw stroke from concealment, working on your grip, and developing trigger finger isolation in your living room or your backyard for pennies on the dollar. The critical feature is the gas blowback mechanism. It generates a mechanical impulse strong enough to genuinely push your sights off target if you don't apply a proper, high, firm grip. This forces you to learn recoil management and sight picture reacquisition skills impossible to drill with static dry fire. You're building actual, transferable motor skills without the massive noise, cost, or regulatory hassle of live fire. You're learning the reset of the trigger, the feel of the slide lock, and the timing of magazine swaps. If you can shoot this little trainer accurately, smoothly, and safely, you'll transition to the 9mm version with zero drama. It's the ultimate low-stress bridge between concept and execution. Invest here first, and your live fire performance will jump instantly.
.22 LR. If you ignore the humble .22 long rifle, you are cheating yourself out of the easiest path to competence. This is where everyone, and I mean everyone, should start. The beauty of the .22 LR is its total lack of intimidation factor. You get virtually zero recoil, just a tiny little puff and a minimal muzzle blast. This allows a new shooter to completely focus on the core fundamentals of marksmanship: sight alignment, sight picture, and, most importantly, trigger control. When you use a heavier caliber, novices often flinch, anticipating the noise and the recoil, which messes up their shot before the bullet even leaves the barrel. The .22 LR removes that variable completely. You can focus purely on squeezing the trigger straight back without disturbing your sights. Plus, in early 2026, the prices have cratered. We're seeing those 500-round bricks of reliable ammo going for under $30. That translates to 5 or 6 cents a round. You can easily burn through 500 rounds in an afternoon, building confidence and consistency for the price of a decent fast food meal. Whether you get a simple bolt-action rifle, a semi-automatic rifle like a Luger 1022, or a training pistol, this caliber is the foundation upon which all other shooting skills are built. It's cheap, quiet, and arguably the most important caliber you can stock for maintaining perishable skills over the long haul. stock it deep. 9mm Luger. Once you've mastered the fundamentals with the .22 LR and the blowback trainer, the 9mm Luger is your inevitable next step. This is the king of the modern handgun world, and for good reason. It offers an excellent balance of manageable recoil, high capacity for those modern polymer pistols, and superior terminal performance compared to smaller calibers. For a new shooter looking for their first actual defensive or range handgun, the 9mm is the most forgiving centerfire cartridge available. The recoil impulse is typically a fast snap, but it's sharp and quick, meaning it's highly trainable. Most modern polymer guns, like a Glock 19 or a SIG 320, absorb that recoil effectively, allowing the shooter to stay on target for fast follow-up shots. Furthermore, the sheer volume of 9mm being produced right now in 2026 means the cost is incredible. We're talking about high-quality brass-cased training ammunition dropping down to 23 cents a round or less. No other centerfire caliber offers this level of affordability for high-volume practice. Training is expensive, but the 9mm keeps that barrier to entry low. It's easy on your gun, easy on your hands, and ensures that when the inevitable social or political hiccup occurs, you have access to the most widely available and universally accepted defensive round on the planet. Start here for your first centerfire pistol. Crosman DPM SSB AR. So, you've decided the AR-15 platform is your main rifle, which is a smart choice for defense and utility. But training with 5.56 costs serious money. Enter the Crosman DPM SSB AR. Just like the Glock trainer, this is all about building platform familiarity. The critical factor here is controls fidelity. The fire selector, the magazine release button, the charging handle, and the bolt hold-open mechanism all operate in the exact same location and in the exact same manner as a real AR-15. You can use this air rifle to practice malfunction drills, magazine changes, shoulder transitions, and fire control manipulation, all within the safe confines of your property and for a tiny fraction of the cost of 5.56 ammunition. It even has rails for mounting the same red dot optics and vertical grips you would use on your service rifle, allowing you to perfect your ergonomic setup without firing a single live round. And yes, it has a functional full auto selector, which, while purely recreational, gives a new shooter an understanding of suppression fire mechanics and how much energy management is required to control a rapid burst, even in a lower power platform. For the beginner, this allows you to stop worrying about muzzle blast and recoil and focus solely on operational mechanics. Treat this as the cheapest, most efficient textbook you'll ever buy for the AR platform, keeping your 5.56 ammo stash reserved strictly for serious live fire sessions and actual defense. Umarex Notos. The Umarex Notos is exactly what a beginner needs if they live in a suburban environment and require a tool for quiet, reliable utility. Forget the massive, high-power air rifles meant for bison. The Notos focuses on surgical efficiency, and that efficiency is perfect for building confidence in long-range precision. It's a PCP, or pre-charged pneumatic, meaning you fill its air tank and a regulator inside ensures that every single shot leaves the barrel at the exact same velocity. This eliminates the power curve that plagues cheaper systems, where the shot velocity drops off after a few rounds. For a novice, this consistency is priceless because it removes an entire layer of complexity from the ballistic equation. If you aim correctly, the shot lands exactly where you intended, shot after shot. Chambered in .22 caliber, it's optimized for precision, not massive impact, making it ideal for the most abundant protein sources in a survival situation. Small game and pests. The integrated suppression system is its greatest asset. The firing sound is reduced to little more than a whisper of air, making it totally neighbor-friendly. If you're a new shooter looking to learn trajectory compensation and windage without alerting your entire neighborhood, the Notos allows you to stack thousands of repetitions quietly and precisely. It's a marvelous entry point into regulated air gunning, providing features usually reserved for rifles costing well over $1,000, but packaged in a compact, intuitive design. 5. 6. NATO/.223 Remington. The AR-15, chambered in 5.56 NATO or .223 Remington, is the definitive American rifle platform, and it should be the center of any new shooter's long gun collection. Why? Because it's modular, highly adaptable, and most importantly, in 2026, the ammunition has finally returned to reasonable prices. For the beginner, the recoil of this round is extremely mild. The high velocity of the small projectile translates into an easily managed shoulder impulse, allowing you to stay on target and track your sights quickly during rapid engagement drills. Compared to heavier rifle calibers, the 5.56 is remarkably soft shooting, which minimizes the fatigue and flinching that can develop in new shooters. The current crash has put good quality brass-cased FMJ training ammo back into the 32 to 38 cents per round bracket. This means you can afford to train, not just zero your rifle, but actually practice drills, transitions, and controlled pair engagements without fear of running out of money. Furthermore, the AR platform itself is the easiest rifle to learn how to maintain and customize. Every control is intuitive, and the market is saturated with resources for training and accessory installation. Investing in a solid AR and stacking 5.56 ammo deep is investing in the most versatile, controllable, and economically viable intermediate cartridge available today.
Hatsan Velox.
In our beginner's blueprint, we must address the ultimate contingency, a total breakdown in the supply chain. If batteries die, air compressors fail, or CO2 cartridges vanish, you need a weapon that operates purely on human muscle power, and the Hatsan Velox break barrel pistol is a brutally effective option. This is a spring piston air pistol, meaning you literally cock it by bending the barrel, using muscular force to compress an internal spring. And that spring creates the power. 0 tanks, 0 pumps, 0 cartridges required. You only need the pistol and a box of inexpensive pellets. This total independence makes it the ultimate, reliable, small game harvesting tool for survival preparedness. Hatsan is known for building tough, almost indestructible products, and the Velox is no exception. It's heavy, featuring Turkish steel in the compression chamber, ensuring it can withstand thousands of cocking cycles. For a beginner, learning to shoot a high-power break barrel is a fantastic lesson in discipline because they have a characteristic reverse recoil that requires a unique, light hold to maximize accuracy. This forces the shooter to master the hold and follow-through, skills that transfer to every other platform. While the cocking effort is considerable, it's not a plinker. The trade-off is an unlimited supply of lethal, small-game hunting potential for about $400. It's a one-time purchase that ensures you against hunger forever. .45 ACP. While the 9mm is the modern efficiency king, the .45 ACP still holds an incredibly valuable place in the beginner's training curriculum, especially for those who prefer the feel of a heavier, single-stack pistol like a 1000 911. The reputation of the .45 being a heavy hitter is true, but its recoil impulse is fundamentally different from the 9mm. The .45 operates at a much lower pressure, around 21,000 psi, which translates the recoil into a manageable, slow push rather than a snappy crack. For some shooters, especially those struggling with the sharp snap of the 9mm, The slow push of the .45 is easier to control and track. This encourages better grip management and a smoother return to target. With the migration of most competition and defensive shooters to high-capacity micro-9s, the demand for bulk .45 training ammo has dropped significantly in 2026, driving down prices. We're seeing solid, brass-cased loads drop into the 38 to 42 cents per round range. While still slightly more expensive than the 9mm, it is now affordable enough to feed those classic 1009-11s or modern big-bore polymer guns like the Glock 21. For reloaders, the stout brass of the .45 is legendary for its durability, allowing for multiple repressings. If you prefer a larger, heavier pistol and appreciate a smooth push of recoil, the .45 is a fantastic, stabilizing choice for mastering your presentation. All right, folks, there is your foundational 8. Whether you're perfecting your grip with a Glock trainer, stacking cheap practice time with a .22 LR, or ensuring long-term utility with a Hatsan Velox, this list gets you started right, safely, affordably, and with the right focus on fundamentals. You don't need exotic technology or massive calibers to be proficient. You need smart tools and endless repetition. I want to hear from the experienced shooters out there. If you had to start over today, what one item from this list would you prioritize for a brand new shooter, and why? Drop your advice and wisdom in the comments below. Stay sharp, and we'll catch you on the next one.